On June 11th, 2025, Adult Swim announced that Smiling Friends would be renewed for a 4th and 5th season, with this accompanying image. Fast forward 8 months, and creators Zach Hale and Michael Cusack post this.
Well, we said hello to the world, we said hello to each other. Michael and I are here to announce that Smiling Friends will be ending after season 3 is done.
We know that's super disappointing to hear.
Well, I think people's first question might be, why? What's the reason?
Yes, that's it. We should explain why. To be perfectly honest, after we finished season 3, we felt pretty burnt out after putting years and years into this, but also pretty accomplished. Like, we just came to this feeling where we're like, I think that could just be it after season 3, and yeah.
You know, like you said, we were really, after several years of really grinding on this show nonstop without any breaks, 24/7, we got to a point where we just felt like that's a good spot to end it. And we wouldn't want to be doing more seasons with like half-hearted, like with half. That's not fair to us, and it's not fair to the audience to give you guys fucking slop. That's not really, that sucks.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we could give it to other people to run it, like another show, like all these other shows that run for ages, but I don't know, it just feels too weird. It's not that type of show. It's so, from Zach and I, like from the scripts, from it, like, all of it, we're so control freaky over it. So
yeah, and it wouldn't be the same show. It's just not that kind of show. It's not built like that.
Unfortunately, but this was our decision. It wasn't, Adult Swim are very supportive. When we told them exactly this, they said, if you're not feeling making a cartoon, we're not going to stop you. Go have a break, either come back or don't. That's the other thing. We could come back in the future and make more episodes if we want. But there's also going to be 2 extra episodes of Smiling Friends coming out that we've completed, coming out on April 12th at 11 p.m. on Adult Swim. So these are just 2 episodes we were working on last year, and they're not finales, but
they're part of season 3. So these are 2 episodes. So season 3 has 10 episodes total, which is the 8 you guys have already all seen, plus these 2 ones, which are little stragglers, little rogue planets out there, but they're not thematically related. They're not big finales. So hopefully you enjoy 2 other little stragglers. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I hope you do. Heavens, I hope you do. I
think they will.
Oh, but me too. I mean, that'd be wonderful.
Yes.
So after 25 episodes spanning 6 years and 3 seasons, Smiling Friends has come to its unceremonious conclusion, with no big final, special movie or event. Just 2 episodes releasing this upcoming April, likely to coincide with the pilot being released 6 years earlier in April 2020. But what went wrong? What happened to make the creators call it quits? And why cancel now after already announcing new content? Well, this isn't exactly out of nowhere, albeit quite sudden, considering that around a week before this announcement, Zach and Michael stated in an interview that Smiling Friends could be reaching its conclusion after seasons 4 and 5 air. Now, this isn't really any big conspiracy, nor were there any big events that unfolded leading up to it. What Zach and Michael said in their announcement is probably true. They are burnt out after 3 seasons of non-stop grinding, and wanted to call it quits before overstaying its welcome and decreasing in quality. Basically, they didn't want it to become the next Rick and Morty, where it starts off good, but then it sucks and everyone hates it, and we should just be put out of its misery at this point. I mean, let's face it, jobs that involve creative writing are difficult, especially shows as creative and masterfully crafted as Smiling Friends. If the show just kept going on, they would eventually run out of ideas like all showrunners do at some point, and simply put, they didn't want to get to that point. And for that, I can fully understand the reasoning and decision behind this announcement. I mean, who doesn't wish that Family Guy, or SpongeBob, or Rick and Morty had ended with season 3, or that Big Mouth just never existed at all because Big Mouth poisoned our water supply, burnt our crops, and delivered a plague upon our houses. However, here's the good news, if you can find any in this announcement. Smiling Friends is probably the 2nd biggest show on Adult Swim, and like 1 of 3 that are good. If at any point in the near future, Zach and Michael want to do another Smiling Friends related project, we're getting another Smiling Friends related project. But that's the thing, if Zach and Michael want to. The reason they decided to formally end the series instead of just going on an indefinite hiatus is that they don't want to promise something that they don't know if they can keep. It all boils down to whether Zach and Michael actually want to continue the show, or if they don't. And unfortunately, as of now, it seems that they don't. Although, here's something that I will say, 26 episodes is still a very short run for a show. Even most of the shows I mentioned had far more than 26 episodes before they got bad. Even The Simpsons had over 100 episodes in their heyday. This is basically the equivalent of The Simpsons ending in 1995. But again, if Zach and Michael feel they can't keep that Smiling Friends spark going for future episodes, then I guess it's their intuition, not mine, and I can fully respect that. Also, just a side note, but I doubt Zach and Michael wanted Smiling Friends to become like the next heavily merchandised thing, where Charlie and Pim are just plastered around every dispensary to the point where you can't imagine what a dispensary would look like without them. I think you know what I'm talking about here. Nevertheless, I will never forget about Smiling Friends, and it will always hold a very special place in my heart. In the end, perhaps the real Smiling Friends were the friends we made along the way.